Being a dad, I just love this story, and thankfully some dads took action. Basically, what do they want for Father's Day? For the media to stop portraying dads as buffoons.
If you walk out of Will's life now, don't you ever come back.
How the hell did I end up in Canada?
We're all morons. That's what comes from being a man.
Hi, my name's Jarrett Branch. I am the Southeast Regional Manager for Blexit. I'm a single father, and I'm here to talk to you today about the importance of black fathers and why black fathers matter. The reason I'm doing this video as a single father and telling the importance of black fathers because I know firsthand the importance of black fathers and influence that we have on our children's lives, but not just our children, but society as a whole. So it's important that we get the message out, that we just dispel the rumors by the media that black fathers are absent, black fathers don't care. Yes, there is an issue in our society where there are black fathers who aren't in the home, and that's something we need to address, and this is something that we will address.
I was always there for you.
Yeah, if by always you mean this call is from a federal prison.
And at the end of the day, the truth will prevail. And the truth is, black fathers do matter. But once we start having these social services, it kind of destroyed the black family. We incentivized people not to have a nuclear family. And once we did that, we start to slowly watch the destruction of the black household.
If someone else is subsidizing my expectations will be far higher. You mentioned, for example, a female-headed household. I grew up in an era when people, and particularly blacks, were a lot poorer than today, faced a lot more discrimination than today. Gutman has done a study of the black family, showing that this whole notion that the black family has always been disintegrating, that is nonsense, that his studies go up to 1925, the great bulk of black families were intact, two-parent families up through 1925, and going all the way back through the era of slavery. So it is now only within our own time that we suddenly see this inevitable tragedy which the welfare system says it's going to rush in to solve.
Before I thought it was just black fathers, but now I know it's all fathers who are under attack by the media. We are portrayed as ignorant, stupid fools. Take Homer Simpson, for example. You watch first season of The Simpsons, the guy's caring, he's loving, not too bright.
Come on, boy, leap, do it, atta boy, come on, Bart.
But as season goes further, he gets dumber and dumber.
Bart Jr., Daddy will get that for you. You little...
And when I was a kid, we had fathers on these shows that were funny, but they were respected.
And I worked hard to open doors for you.
You know, there's this line that J. Cole has in his rap song, you know, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. You're the only father that I ever knew. You know, there's a lot to unwrap there. It talks about, that line shows you about the issue with lack of black fatherhood in the community, but also shows you how important these images are to young black males who do not have a father in the home. So right now, the two biggest organizations, in my point of view, that are propagating this "we don't need the father" is the media, entertainment industry, and also a lot of nonprofits. You know, too many times when you have a single home or you're by yourself, the kids are just watching whatever, and they're having all these images shoved in their face constantly.
All right, family, line up for cigar burns.
So that's why they don't respect parents. That's why they don't respect the father, because they're being told not to.
I just wanted to say goodbye to the kids.
Cool, just stay in the driveway. The Killbots are live and I took you off the wait list.
We'll see you every other weekend, though, right?
Absolutely, Morty. And your mom's lawyer says if I can get enough in the settlement, he can help me sue for full custody.
The media and entertainment, I get it. It's the power, it's the year of the woman. We want to empower the woman. But what I don't understand is what they don't get. You do not have to tear someone down in order to build somebody up.
Brad, please try to relax.
Oh, sure. It's easy for you. All you have to do is tell me you're ready and your job's done.
And what do you have to do?
Are you kidding? I better call the doctor, get the car, come in and get your suitcase, come back and get you, then drive to the hospital. You're hardly involved in this thing at all.
I had no idea what you fathers go through.
Well, now you know.
Media and entertainment industry are trying to destroy masculinity. Anything that makes you a good father, they say is toxic nowadays. It's a shock that there are no single black fathers being highlighted in the media, in the music industry, or any industry really, but now it's not profitable. You know, it's easier to sell a woman as a victim and then have a man as a hero. So one thing that's very well known in the black community, I'm not sure if it's well known in other communities, is that people stay single to keep their benefits. So basically, The government has incentivized Black America and rural America and poorer Americans to not have a nuclear family and make them the nuclear family, make the government their main source. When I became a single father, I was told, go to social services, go get help. You need to go fill out for food stamps, you need to fill out for Section 8. And being young, being in my early 20s, I went, and as soon as I walked in, I saw what they were doing. I was like, I can't be a part of this. I walked right out. I'm like, I'm not doing this. And my parents never did this. No matter how much we struggled, they didn't do this either, because they knew the dangers of this. My mother used to grow up telling me, like, hey, you don't want these people in your life. You don't want them because then they control you. You don't want the government controlling you. It's like the Black community went from one plantation to the next. We left the plantation of being slaves to now being slaves to the government's handouts. But another thing that the Black community needs to realize, that everything that's glitter is not gold. Every free handout from the government, food stamp, Section 8, is to keep you stagnant. You're not allowed to go past a certain income level, meaning that you can't bring your father into the home, or you can't bring your mother into the home, or you can't even get a better job because you might lose your food stamps. And it's all based off of fear. The government is now using fear to manipulate the Black community into getting government assistance, and it worked. So there's groups out there who claim to want to help the Black community. The biggest one right now that everyone always talks about is BLM, Black Lives Matter, but they're not about helping the nuclear family or helping the Black community. What they have effectually done is divided us even further. For me, I feel their agenda was to push forward trans issues. You see all the money they gave to trans organizations. You see all the stuff they do for trans groups. You see who founded the organization, and you see that there's no men who are really being propagated. The only time that they use men in those organizations were for figureheads to make money. So my main thing with this is that they're trying to push us out and replace us. And there's no way that you can replace a man in a family. What people don't understand about fatherlessness is that there's a lot of things that it impacts. The first thing is crime. A lot of kids who grow up in households without fathers don't get the discipline that they need, and they end up being life for crimes. And they join gangs to find the same love and the same feeling that they are missing from their fathers. And then also, when you're surrounded by government assistance and that's all you know, that's really what you go to. So when you have no father in the home and you're growing up as a child and you see your mom on food stamps in Section 8, you think that's what you're supposed to do. And that's the mindset that you're supposed to have. My issue with the feminist movement when it comes to fatherhood is they try to make it seem that fathers aren't necessary.
Women bring life, y'all don't.
How you get that life?
Go in the house and get a food on her. You don't need a man. You need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
And y'all need a physical sperm. Where does it come from?
They try to make it feel like, oh, you know what, you have a mother in the house, that's all you need because you are strong, you are powerful, you are brave. That's all you need. You don't need a man. You don't need anything else except for you and your sisters to take over the world and to be champions. My father was an amazing father. He taught me how to be a good father through Christ. And the things that he did were just were normal things, you know, but to the rest of the society, it was just outstanding things because of the stigma, you know. And also with my father and my mother, they were high school sweethearts. He knew that he wanted to marry her, and when he wanted to marry, he married her. He provided a life. He provided a life for us. Until his dying day, my father was there providing for us and providing for his family. I take my role as a father extremely serious because of my father. My father taught us that you need to be there and be a good father. And it's not just providing with bills. You need to talk to your kids, spend time with your children. But I do realize as a single father, things would have been much easier and much better had I had a nuclear family that's similar to the one I grew up in. You know, growing up in a nuclear family and then not having one, you can see all the problems that not having one causes. We all have the roles designed by God, we as fathers, as mothers, and we need to fill those roles. When you have a nuclear family, it's easier to fill that role. So men, we need to step up. The time for us to act is now. You are the reason that your family's holding together. You're the one that's going to be the umbrella protecting your family. You're the one who's going to lead your family to God and make sure they have a strong faith and value. You're the one who's going to teach your son how to be a man. You're the one who's going to show your daughter how it is to be respected by a man. It starts with us. It has to start with us. You cannot allow other people to control your narrative. Right now, you're letting groups like BLM, the media, the news, control everything about what it means to be a father in America. We have to stop that. The time is now for groups like Turning Point and Blexit to stand up and reach out to you guys. And we're here, we're easy to find. And we can talk to you about the importance of being a father. Hey, I'm a single father who raised his kids by myself. And I am telling you, my kids are amazing. They are great. I love them so much, but I know for a fact things would have been better if we had a nuclear family, had a mother in the house. But I also know by me being there and by me being a strong role model and being a strong father, I have put my children on a good footing for the future. And it only happens because I had a father who showed me the way. You are the father, you are the man, and you are someone to inspire to be like. So be that man, be that father that other fathers can aspire to be like, and that your children can look up to and say that I'm proud of, and that your wife can say, you know what, that's my husband, and I'm sticking with him. And with the backings of groups like Blexit and Turning Point, you guys, just let you know, you have people in your corner. You have people there for you when times get rough. Because I know as a father, times will get rough, but that's part of the job. And it is a job, but at the end of the day, it's the most rewarding job you will ever have in your entire life.
What happens when you remove a father from the home? This is why I do not mess with feminism at all. I'm not with it. This breakdown and mocking masculinity, making it seem like there's something wrong to be a man, all of this contributes to the breakdown of family.